guys could hear me. We haven't done a live stream in a little while, and I probably won't be going overly long today. But this is a Sunday live stream. Hopefully I can keep to the schedule. Okay, she's just eating a bunch of stuff. Frederick, good morning from Central Texas. I would assume you guys could hear me perfectly fine. Ritesh from India, how's it going? Black Jedi, yes, hit the like button. I haven't... I don't even remember when my last live stream was. Let me see. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. Let me take a look. Content. Live. So my February... Oh, wow. So it was like 2 weeks ago. But yes, let me know if you guys could hear me because I had some issues with this Go XLR. And I need to replace it. I need to get it replaced so that we could actually not have audio issues. With the Go XLRs, if you guys ever used Go XLRs before, they are discontinued, so they don't do firmware updates. They don't do anything like that. So I'm probably going to be getting a... There's this new Elgato one that came out. So I got to figure out what audio interface I want to use. I do have a Focusrite Solo beside me, but I don't know if they do noise gates, and I need a noise gate for sure. Zane, good morning. You could hear me loud and clear. Yes, maybe Lego streams. I meant to purchase The Simpsons. I thought I did. I thought I had it on checkout, and then I just looked, and apparently I didn't check out. So that's fun. Hugh, how's it going? Good morning. Sound is okay. Perfect. Good morning. How's it going? Loud and clear from Cabo San Luca. Awesome. Good day from a surname. Awesome. That is far from where I live. Thank you for the 12 months. Holy morn. That's a whole year. That's a whole year. That's insane. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. From Florida. I'm gonna, oh no. Oh no. I knew I would do something wrong. The current, which is not supported. Open widget. Oh no. Hopefully it doesn't, the stream doesn't go wrong. I put it on 4K when it shouldn't be. I don't think I could change it live. I can't. Can I look at this? Oh, oops. Well, hopefully nothing goes wrong. We'll leave it as is. If something happens, let me know. But it should be, hopefully it just downgrades the stream stuff. I didn't realize that I had it on 4K still. Because when I actually record videos, I do it in 4K. But YouTube obviously doesn't like it. Super, how's it going? Systech, how's it going? Nick from East Texas. VJ, how's it going? Gear, how's it going? Any NDA videos coming next week? Oh, I have no idea. I've been so out of the loop. We've been super busy with work. I've been doing way too much. We just were at a concert. So I'm behind on a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping to have a video out this week. I'm not sure what it will be. It might be about the NAS, the new NAS that is actually sitting right behind me. I have the black one right there. I don't know. I don't think the black NAS is available yet, is it? And the white one sold out right now. So maybe we'll wait till it goes back into stock and then I'll do my video. But I'm planning on doing a video this week for sure about something anyway. Good morning from South Carolina, from Amsterdam. Awesome. Good morning. Looking forward to the 5G backup. Yeah, the 5G backup, I actually have both of them. So what I kind of want to do a video on... let me just pause. Hold on, I got to pause my stream. I want to do a video with the Cloud Gateway Industrial showing... the 5G backup, the outdoor with Sims, as well as Starlink. So I ordered Starlink last week or the week before. I forgot what dish they sent me. I guess just their standard dish, but then they sent me the Starlink Mini as well. It was like an extra $7 for the Starlink Mini. I'm like, okay. So we're gonna try to do that, and yeah, we'll see how it works. I think they need to do a couple upgrades to the firmware on this thing before it's gonna work, you know, great with the Starlink. Finally got Drive 4.0 set up an iPhone photo backup to the new NAS 2. Yeah, it works pretty well. It does suck that it doesn't upload in the background, but I think it's the same way that you know, Synology Photos does it. Jacob, good morning. How's it going? You're not using Starlink. I am using Starlink. Well, I haven't set it up yet. So right now I have 3 different ISPs. I have a fiber ISP, I have a copper ISP, which gives me a public IP. And then I have Starlink. So I'm probably going to get rid of my fiber, even though it's the fastest connection. because there's really no reason for me to have 3 ISPs here. And the issue with what I've had with both the Rogers and Bell internet, they come in at the same path. So when people were doing construction, they dug up in the ground and they brought both of them up, and I had no internet connection. So that's where Starlink's going to kind of come in at a good point. Oh, so you do need a PoE splitter. Interesting. So where do you buy this? I know Jesse from Tab Geeks, he did a video about this. But I was assuming they just needed a firmware upgrade, but now that I'm seeing this, I don't know if this page is new. So you need the gigabit PoE splitter. Ah, that's interesting. Well, we're going to test it out. Well, I'll have to test it out eventually. You're waiting for the industrial switches. Yeah, I don't know if I really looked at the video too much. Go to youtube.com. Oh, NAS Compares just came out with his review for the UNAS 4. Let me just see. Ubiquiti. I should probably close some of these tabs. Okay, so it was about this guy. I'm gonna mute it though, just so we can look at kind of screenshots. Yeah, like right here. You can see in the background that possibly we could have some new switches coming out. Who knows? Just going based off the background, it would be really cool if they did come out with some industrial switches. I do like the form factor of the new industrial gateway. I do have the rack mount on it, so I'm gonna deploy that. I'll put that in my rack as well. That'll be, I don't know, sometime this week maybe. Seeing as I haven't even set up my Starlink, but I might do that as my next video. I just need to get that PoE splitter. Enterprise Cloud Gateway Core looks amazing. So we'll take a look at some of the things that were on Reddit. I did a video about it as well. But they were doing some MWC or something like that, mobile something conference, and Ubiquiti was there, and they did show off some new gear. Did you see the new Lego bricks that have built-in battery in place, lights and sound? I did see that, and I did see one caught on fire. So that's pretty. Hopefully they do better on that design. Yes, hit the like button if you want. It's up to you. It does help out. I'm waiting for the testing on the Ubiquiti toolless jacks. Yes, I will do a video on that. I need to do a video on that Fluke network in general. Tester. Question: how to avoid double NAT for site-to-site VPN if I can't turn my ISP into... if you can't really turn it into bridge mode, you're going to be in double NAT, right? I'm sure they will flesh out the industrial line, including the new switches. Yes. Looks like you could grab it on the go with the power station battery backup. I may like when it gets a little warmer out here, like especially the mesh testing. So I didn't actually test the mesh how it kind of is supposed to, because I only had one of the U7 meshes. Let's get out of there. At the time I filmed it, I only had one of the U7 meshes, and then the day that it released, I got the second one. So we'll do a test of like it acting as like a point to point, and kind of see how it works from there. I really do like how they're doing this though, where you could look at the 3D model of it. That's really cool. But it's a good access point. I mean, it was sitting here just meshing, but I disabled it from now. We only have 2 APs running this whole house. I think the industrial line has more in store, and it's not restricted to gateway and switches. I would assume so, based on that picture in the background there. They should bring back the switch that worked with solar panels, charge the battery. So I do have that switch. I do have that switch, and I bought solar panels, and I never ended up doing a video on it. What was it called? What the heck was that switch called? Solar something? I think this was it, right? Is it the solar point? So I have 2 solar panels in my garage, and I have this switch, and I haven't, I don't know if it was this switch. It might not be this switch. It could be this switch, though. I forget. But it's a part of the SunMax, I believe. So maybe this summer, if I could find a good use case, I'll definitely do that. But this is an older switch, right? So it's not going to power up everything that we want. They should. Oh, that's what you just said. Still have my my Coke can Flex. It's a good access point. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those. Even the U6 or the I forget what that. Yeah, they called it the Flex. I guess that was the Wi-Fi 5 one. Speaking of upcoming videos, we are starting the deployment of this. The 20 doors for the retro gear. Where the heck is the retro gear? Oh, that's PSU. PSU. Where the heck did I pass it? Where the frick? Oh, right here. So this job is starting on Thursday. It'll probably be done the following week after that. But I'll be filming it. We'll just be showing, really ripping out the old cans or the old access control boxes and rewiring these together. And then we are using new Unify Retro readers for this whole deployment. We are also adding in a gate opener kit for you. They do have a gate there, and then we're doing 1 intercom. So it's going to be kind of cool. Yeah, it's 24 volt. Do I still use my second channel? Maybe eventually. I know it's been... I haven't posted a video in probably over a year on that. I might start it up again. I need to focus on this main channel first, at least getting 1 video out a week, and then 1 live stream a week. And once we get to that, maybe I'll do some stuff on my second channel that really isn't about Ubiquiti or that type of gear. Double nats on both sides. Yeah, you're going to be in... That probably won't help out for you or be too good for you. If you had one side that was public, you would be able to use Site Magic and it would work perfectly fine. What else has happened since I've been away for like 2 weeks? Let's see. The motion sensor, I still need to do a video on the motion sensor. The 5G Max outdoor, I need to do a video on. I haven't done a video on it. I do have it. T-Mobile remote sim in the future update. Okay. Maybe we'll wait for the updates. There is a really nice EA update right now for Protect, so you guys might want to check that out. It's definitely a good update. Since it's getting warmer here, I'm going to put on... I don't know what I'm going to do, actually. I don't know where to put this camera. So I may put the angled bracket on, because if you watch my old video, or the video on it, it's kind of high up, whereas I kind of want it a bit lower, so I'll put the angled bracket on it. But I also have a G6 PTZ that I got to put somewhere. And then in the middle of my soffit, there's just a cable hanging there that I got to put another camera. And then we're going to be redoing the catio. So once it actually, all the snow is gone, we'll redo that. We'll build the catio. We're going to wire it up, put a bunch of cameras, and we'll see what else. The Real, how's it going? Does anyone know if Unify is currently planning to support intercom with a G4 Pro doorbell now? I'm not too sure if they are, but it would be nice if they did. You thought this was pre-recorded. It is not pre-recorded, no. Is there not a way to cycle through different views on Protect Viewport? I can only see only select one view. You should be able to cycle through, yeah. It just depends on how many different views that you created, right? Is it possible to use Google Map in Design Center? I don't know about that, to be honest. You could probably just go on this, take a screen grab from Google Maps or whatever you're trying to get, and then load it into Design Center. What motion sensor to use on Unify Access for their door? Well, if you want easy integration, you would want to go with something that's 12 volt. I think these are the ones we use. Cantech, T-Rex. I don't even know if these are 12 volt. I think there's a 20. No, these are 12 volt, I think. You'll see these in a lot of different places if the page is going to load. Johnson. Okay. It'd be like something like, oh, can I not zoom into these? Crap. It's this guy right here. It's called a T-Rex, or request to exit. It's by Cantech. That's what we primarily use, and that's what we see in our area a lot. You could probably just go on Amazon and find a 12 volt motion and be fine with that. Those 180 cameras are hard to get. You should do a giveaway after the video. No, I won't be doing a bit. I need to keep some stuff for myself. I keep throwing or not giving people the stuff that I want, especially cameras, and I need more cameras for my house. Like in my garage, there's a G3 Flex. Is that what they're called? G3 Flexes? I don't even know if they're available anymore, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was a G3 Flex that's in my garage. There's a G3 Flex on the side of my house, so I definitely need to upgrade those. We did this video. It was for a like microbrewery, which was in town. But anyway, we had two AI 360s there and a G4 Bullet, I think. The brewery shut down, so the person asked me if I wanted all my stuff back. I said, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to put an AI 360 in my garage, and then we're going to put one of them in the catio. Anyone have a good recommendation on an older house without a neutral wire in the box for a smart switch? That I don't know. I'm not an electrician. Oh, you guys can see Mocha. Oop. Yo, Mocha. But yeah, ask your questions. Oh yeah, let me find those Reddit posts. Actually, I guess it's just on my video. I could just pull it up there. Where was my last video content? Okay, so we'll look at that. Oh crap. Ooh. Oh, why is it doing hashtag light? What is going on? Why can't I? Okay, so there's that. Why is it hashtagging Lightbox? What the heck is this? Nope. And I think there's one more. Oh, I guess, let's see. Okay, so there's one more. Get rid of that. All right, we'll kind of talk about this quickly. These three different things here in a second. Let me just bring the chat up. Do you still use two UDMs? I took one of them down just because I don't really have too many outages, but I will be reusing them when I do like a 2026 network video, whenever that does come out. I may just redo I'll end up doing a 2026 video eventually for network, but I am going to do an updated shadow mode video because it's changed quite a bit. But okay, Ubiquiti was seen at Mobile World Congress 2026. I'm not sure what type of trade show that is, but they were shown off a few new things. So this is the Enterprise Fortress Gateway Core, and you can see how many ports it has. You can see on the end that it has like a QSFP module for what 25 gig lengths or 100 gig lengths, whatever. I'm not too sure. I can't actually zoom into it to see the description. But obviously it's not plugged in. I do like the look of the backboard's not showing. I do like the look. They do really good displays. Like if you've ever been to Ubiquiti World Conference or something like that, they do a great job. But this is kind of showing you how the high availability is going to work within the enterprise network. You have two WAN switches. You have your two EFG gateway cores. You have your enterprise gateway aggregation with MC lag in between. And then you have your enterprise campus 48S. So I guess those are the stacking switches. So they'll all be stacked together to look like one physical switch, and then their MC lag back together. So that's pretty cool. I don't know where I'd deploy these because we don't really work enterprise space. We're more like small to mid-size. But if we did get a job that would leverage it, it would be cool to deploy them for sure. So I doubt I'll end up doing a video probably on those cores, just because it would be me showing it in this house, and that doesn't show it off at all. And I have no real good way of testing. Hyper, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Is there a way to snooze a camera in Unify Protect to disable it for 30? There is not. No. Everybody say hi to Chantel at 01 Genesis. They switched the names. Oh, and let's bring up the second channel that she's running, Cat Channel. Or I don't know if it's all about cats, but hold on. Apparently I did goat yoga. Let me pause it. So Chantel just came out with another video. This one, I haven't even seen it, but it's we did goat yoga and lost all dignity. I haven't watched that one, but this one's travel and tales. So there's a bunch of shorts on there with the cats and stuff like that. And then other videos, if you guys want to go sub to that. 35 subs. You're going to be making money there soon. There we go. Okay, let's get out of there. Unify needs an alarm panel if they want to take alarm seriously. Well, good thing we're looking at this stuff that came out at MWC 2026 or whatever. This is a SuperLink HA, which I assume is high availability. That's the only thing that I could think of. Or it could be Home Assistant, but I would think it's high availability. We have the Protect Alarm Hub, which is exactly what you're talking about. So 32 input zone controlled hub for hardwired intrusion sensors powered by PoE++, and an optional battery. Let's go there. And that's what the hub looks like. So this is what the hub looks like with the 32 different input outputs with the actual battery in the bottom. What I would really like to see is a Unify access hub, like for actual door access, to have something like this, a built-in box for a 12-volt battery backup. They pretty much replicate it. I mean, this looks almost like one of their door access kits, but it just doesn't have the battery, and it looks a little bit different for the input outputs. I just set up a USG industrial with the Starlink primary connection and Cradlepoint cellular. Nice. Yeah, it's a good unit. I don't know where mine went. I think I might have it in the basement. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look. I'll take a look after. Z-Guy, good morning. How's it going? Meant keypad. Yes, a keypad would be good. They didn't show that off at MWC, but there was in one of their videos. Let me move my plate. There was in one of their videos, I think it was a Connect video or Superlink video, where they showed the little screen that's used for the intercom viewer being able to arm and disarm. I think that would make for a good, a good way to do it. You can always arm and disarm from your phone, but it's a little, I'd rather an actual panel for sure. Yes, Tucky would probably use them. And did you see the new video for the concert, for the amazing work they do? I haven't watched their new video yet. I've been busy actually at a concert myself and just haven't watched a lot of YouTube lately. But I'll end up watching it. I don't know, like even that thing, I think they were doing like some sort of studio or filming studio. I don't even know if they would require that type of power. I guess like for video transfer speeds, maybe. Lux One has a new door lock system. I'm not even sure who they are. Oh, with the AV line. Yeah, the AV line, I don't know what's happening with that. That would be cool to see some movement on that as well. I really wish the SuperLink HA would have already been available. I just bought the OG SuperLink gateway. That's the one that I have, is the OG one. Yep. Yeah, so the if you read down here, yeah, a SuperLink gateway and thread border router designed for long-range SuperLink sensors and thread devices with LTE connectivity and built-in battery for power backup. That's the travel router. Okay, there's not, I mean, we have to kind of crank our neck here, but we've already, most people would have already seen these, like, because they were already shown at, like, I don't know, Ubiquiti World Conference, I guess maybe last year, where you could see this key fob. So this fob actually, it will allow, I think what it's going to do, because I don't know if they've actually took a picture closer. No, they didn't. I believe you could program any of these buttons to do whatever you want. So if you want to arm and disarm, like your home alarm system, you could do that, I believe. I would assume that you could open like garage doors with it too. So if you're using like Unify Access Gate Kit, you'll be able to open the garage doors, which is going to be cool. This is their Retrofit reader, which is, it's interesting because what they're showing right here is kind of exactly what I'm going to be doing with our setup, but I'm going to be having 2 of them in per box. So now that I'm seeing this, it looks pretty tight that it's going to be for 2. So the cabling is going to be a little bit different, but we'll see. Because I only ended up buying, I think I only have 6 of these boxes, these back boxes. So we're going to have to make it fit. They're not the cheapest boxes, that's for sure. Hope it could adopt an access. Well, they don't really let third-party stuff go into access yet. Anyway, I don't know if they will eventually. Oh yeah, you could pause alarms. You could do that for, you know, the whole thing. But you can't just like disable a camera for half hour, right? You disable alarms on it. I just got my Superlink antenna a couple days ago. I need to move it, but it's already making the difference. Could instantly see better signal. I don't even have one of those yet. I should probably get one. The new Superlink hat includes LTE, which could enable alarm monitoring with cellular phone. Oh, that is interesting, actually. I didn't even think about that. That would be really cool. What we are still missing from like Superlink is third-party monitoring or some sort of integration. Because you need to, I mean, for me to have an alarm system, yeah, I could monitor it myself. That's cool. But say for a business and somebody breaks in the middle of the night, well, you might not be getting your alarms, but if you're a monitoring company, you're going to catch that alarm. You're going to call the person who owns that store first. If they don't answer, then you're going to call the police. And that's just traditional of what they do. Let's see. Oh, this was the, I think this was the last new thing under the Superlink and Protect Hub. This Retrofit reader fingerprint, which is pretty cool. So you're going to be able, it looks like you're going to be able to do biometrics with it, obviously scanning your thumb. And then you have a pin pad. Some people think fingerprint reading would be kind of, I mean, probably not the best for security, but if you have two-factor authentication, you have to scan your thumb and then put in a PIN code or swipe an NFC card. I think it's going to be really cool. I do hope they come out with one that's not like a retro reader. I hope it's just like a normal PoE reader. Excuse me. That would be really sweet. That would be really sweet. But I think this looks cool. Somebody did mention, like, what if it's outside and water gets on it? I don't know. I guess it could leak in because the angle, but they'll probably come out with like some sun visor or something for it, so it you know, is less leak resistant. And the last thing that this person posted, it was Fun Volume 7699. Was this, which is the Enterprise NAS NVR. These bezels do look different than the bezel that I have on, you know, a couple of the NVRs that we have out there, EMVRs. I think they look cool. I mean, I think this looks awesome. This is probably some, I don't even know. I'm not sure. I'm not going to speculate, but it does look really cool. I do want to get one of these racks because they are very nice as well. Smoke detector would be cool to like integrate everything, yeah. Is the UNVR instant worth getting or a normal NVR? It depends on what you're using it for. If you are just buying the UNVR instant with the cameras that come with it, I think it's a G5 Turret Ultra. It's a great setup. It has the view port, which is just an HDMI out. It has that built in, so it's a good value. But if you're wanting to get like higher end cameras that require different power over Ethernet, well, that's where it becomes a little bit more tricky because you'd have to buy additional switches, things like that. Yeah, never wait for, like, if this is what I tell people, if you're waiting for something like, say, I don't know, what do we know that's kind of coming out? I don't know, maybe it's under door access. This guy here, right? So what I always say is, like, if you want a doorbell, just go with the one that's available now. Don't wait for things because we have no idea when this is going to come out, right? It says March 2026, but is it actually going to come out in March? And they told you the reason why it was delayed, right? Constraint on DDR memory, and that's going around everywhere. It's not just Ubiquiti. It's because of all these AI data centers opening up, and they need the RAM for it. We use WirePath enclosures for a small unified deployment with a Cloud Gateway Max and a switch and a couple door controllers. Works great. Enclosure instead of a multi-unified boxes. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just bought the boxes because I wanted everything to be Ubiquiti. And Ubiquiti did send me out a couple things for this job. So they sent me out one of the Ubiquiti boxes. And they sent me out, I think, one of the retro readers, I think. But anyway, it's going to be a fun job. It will be it's my first deployment of the retro stuff, so I hope it goes well. Because it's a pretty big building. What exactly is the AI multi-sensor as advanced AI DOM? I don't know because I don't have the camera. I haven't played with it. I did see it at Ubiquiti World Conference last year. It just has 4 different cameras inside of it. right? I don't know if they show different pictures. Yeah, so, and you should be able to move these wherever you want. There's a bunch of different vendors like Axis. They have these style out. So I'll let you know when I test it out. But what it tells you is 4 8-megapixel CMOS sensors. So it's going to be cool. I think it'll be interesting for businesses with like parking garages and stuff like that. That's what I'll end up doing. I'll end up putting this in a parking garage and we'll do a video on it. A week or two ago, I asked you a question about moving the NVR to the NVR. You answered my question on the our tradition was seamless. Yes, it's really easy to now to move. Ooh, I should have. Oh, crap. Hold on. I'm gonna move to my face. You guys are just gonna see my full face for a minute. I really need to not have this open. Oop. Okay. There we go. I just had WhatsApp open on my on my thing, and I definitely don't want that open. Let's see, a week or two. I'm one of those that buys in the next day it releases. That's how it happens all the time, right? I wonder if the fingerprint reader can be used for employee attendance and tracking. That would be interesting. I think in UID Enterprise they had some sort of time tracking, but yeah, this isn't out in the US. No, March it says. Same with the doorbell. I am not hiring, no, unfortunately. For independent camera streams, yep. Hard drives are going up in prices, which is insane because we quoted a job. It was whatever. It's already expired. We do like 30 days for the quotes, but within those 30 days, it's like skyrocketed. The 4 cameras could be pointed in different directions as well as they could manually rotate. Oh, nice. AI multi-sensor will be great for parking lots and underground parking. Yep, exactly. Vincent, hello. I need to close some of these because my fans are going nuts. This is going to be a cool camera though. Like I think it will be interesting to actually put in. The place where I'm thinking about doing it is a parking garage that has one of the older Axis, the same style of camera. So it's gonna be nice to see the difference between them. Let's see this other thing I'll bring up, which still isn't available in Canada, but there's this thing called installers.ui.com. So if you guys are looking for people to help you, or not, if you're looking for somebody to install gear for you, Ubiquiti came out with this new certified installer program. You could join it. I don't know how. Oh, right here. You could become a certified unified installer. There is a wait list right now. It's closed. But they do have a bunch of different companies on there for the US. But you could always try to join the wait list. We are a part of it whenever it comes to Canada. So I'm hoping that they push that out soon. But if you're looking in the area, you could just search where you live and it will bring up a bunch of the different installers, which is nice to see that they're actually given back to, the people who push out all their gear. I haven't tested the NVMe cache on the UNAS 8. I'm actually only running the UNAS 2 right now. So I'm not too sure, but I would think I would watch NAS Compare's video. I would watch DPC's video on it. I don't know if Monty has a video out on it yet. Inside Wire, if he does, watch those videos and then they'd let you know. I probably will end up doing video on the NASs. I have the UNAS 4 there. I have the UNAS Pro 8 downstairs. I just put in the UNAS Pro 4 at my friends who were down in Montreal. I didn't get enough footage to do a full video on that, so it's not out, but I may end up doing a review on that or a video on it as well. I am not going to head to London. I made the decision that I've been traveling way too much already this year. I said I wasn't traveling at all. And I've traveled a lot and just done a bunch of things that I need to just focus now on work and putting out YouTube videos. So yeah, London, and the thing with it, because like in Miami, we'd hang out with the Ubiquiti employees and, a bunch of people who are there. But with how they're doing the European leg of UWC this year, they're back-to-back-to-back dates. So the Ubiquiti employees will have to fly out or drive to the next location right after the show's done. I was referring to G6 Entry Pro is out. I don't think it is. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it isn't. No, it's not out. Or it was for a day or two. I don't know if they released it. I don't know. I'm not sure. It is a cool camera though, and it's gonna be interesting for people using Unify Access. The screen is a little small, but I think having a directory on that or unlocking with a pin, I'm actually not sure if you can put a directory on this. I'm gonna have to see. We'll have to see when I get one and do some testing. Yeah, the UNAS 2 is perfect for me as well so far. Like, I don't edit direct off my UNAS. What I always do, I'll do my videos, and I edit way different than everybody else. Like, what people will do, they'll film their whole video first, and then they'll throw in all their, video files, and then they'll start cutting it and doing whatever. I do mine in parts. So when I mess up on words, which is a lot, I'll throw it into DaVinci, I'll edit it, and then I'll do my next part. I'll throw it in, I'll edit it. My edits are really just cuts. I mean, there's nothing special about it. There might be a couple transitions, but so that's how I do it. But I probably should, with the UNAS Pro 8, I probably should put the NVMe in and try to edit directly off the box itself. I do need to get a 10 gig card for this computer, though. I only have a 2.5 gig. Might wait for the next US date. Yeah, Toronto, they actually have never done it in Toronto. So I was talking to one of the sales guys, one of the VPN sales. This was at I think this was at the first Miami one. And he said, oh, maybe next year we'll do Toronto. They never ended up doing it, but it would be cool to see. I'm hoping it's somewhere other than Miami this year, because we've already done 2 times in Miami and then 1 time in Chicago. So I'd like to see a different part of the States. But yeah, if they did one in Toronto and they did it in Florida or whatever, I would go to both. Toronto, obviously, I would go because it's like 40 minutes from my house. So that would be really cool. You guys want to hit that like button? We're at 97 people and 26 likes. I've been going 37 minutes. Probably not going to be on too much longer. Oops. One thing I did just beat was Resident Evil 9, and oh my lord, I can tell you that was amazing game. So kind of sucks that I'm done it. Because now I have Neo 3 to play, and I got Marathon and stuff like that, but it was a really, really good game. Let's see, what else? Anything else new? I don't think there's real. Oh, you know what? Actually, Bogdan did. He does the video. I used to do the videos with new releases every month, and then I just kind of stopped because he was doing it. But they did release. Oh, where the heck would it be? Or other? Phrase? No, not under there. Where the heck was? Oh, these guys. Yeah, so they have the Keystone, which is kind of cool. Like, they have horizontal or they have vertical. So that's nice. I need to buy some. I haven't bought any yet. Maybe I'll buy some. But then they also have these pass-throughs, which are nice to have too. $15 for a pass-through is a little expensive, I'm not going to lie. But being paintable, it's kind of nice. I mean, I guess you could probably paint any one of them. It's just like a little brush pass-through so that you can bring your cabling into it. Mike, how's it going? Good to see you. I want them to do one in Austin, Texas, live music capital of the world. Yeah, it would be fun. The barbecue would be great. In Montreal, and you don't come to. I should have. I totally forgot. I should have reached out. We are coming back to Montreal though. I think when the heck am I going back to Montreal? Vans Warp Tour. I'm going to Vans Warp Tour. In Montreal. August 21st, August 22nd. I think that's when it is. Yeah, so August 21st, 22nd. If you guys are in the area, I don't know how many people live here in Canada or up to Vans Warp Tours and stuff like that, but I will be at this event. It is obviously a music festival. It's going to be really cool. I haven't been to a Vans Warp Tour in years. They used to do it where I used to live, which was in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. And then the park that they used to do is all like shopping outlets now. So they don't have that, obviously. But I will be there in August, so that's cool. I'm eagerly awaiting the UNAS 2 available in my country. The sole purpose of backing up my wife's iPhone photos. Yeah, it's actually pretty. It works pretty well. Cloud Gateway Industrial release is awesome. It's going to be a game changer for us on construction sites. And yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Ubiquiti asked me before the release, like, what would you use this for? When we were down in North Carolina, they wanted cameras there, so we had to use Reolink cameras. We just used Reolink Solar because we didn't have many power plugs. But we could have had at least one power plug, and we could have used the Cloud Gate or the industrial, and we could have powered up some Ubiquiti cameras with it, run a couple Ethernet cables. It would have been great. I like this company very much, but the stuff we need is sold out a lot. That is, unfortunately, that's how it happens when things are popular. Hi from San Jose. How's it going? Good morning. I recommend UNAS to a customer and helped him set it up the other day. It's great. I mean, if you're just looking for raw file storage, yeah. Well, yeah, the wall plates are a little bit expensive, but I don't know. Maybe I'll grab them and see how they work. Warp Tour, we punk kids are getting old. We're what do they call us now? We're elder emos. Actually, can I show a picture? Did I? No, that's on my Facebook. I don't even know if I have Facebook on here. Do I? Did I even post? Oh God, what the heck is that? I don't even know if I posted a picture. Oh, my buddy Brent did though. We were just at we just went and saw Bad Omens and President. Brent. If you guys don't know those bands, you should, because they're amazing. Oh, I hope he doesn't have music playing on this. I don't know if he was. But this was the show. So we were in the mosh pit, obviously. You always have to be in the mosh pit. There was really no mosh pit. They had a little circle going for Bad Omens for a minute, but I'm too old for mosh pits anyway. But President, they were the opening band because they're a new band. They only had 7 songs, but holy crap, were they ever amazing. I do love going to concerts. It is one of the best things, except driving downtown Toronto is a bit of a nightmare. Let's see. In Unified Protect, do you know if you could disarm, if you could set the arm disarm button in the Unify Identity app? I don't think you can. You can put a feature request. Just go to community.ui.com, start a post, and within the subject line, just put feature request. And Ubiquiti will look at it. That is a good request. Show us your UDM AI Pro. I wish. Unfortunately, you have to buy in bulk, but if you're an integrator, best place to find them is TDL Gentech. Yeah, TDL is pretty good. We used to use TDL a lot. I just found I use them a lot for vertical cable stuff, and they haven't had it as much in stock. So we ended up going with VCE Link, a different vendor, which is always in stock. It's it's a Chinese company. It's for keystones and stuff like that. So it's always in stock, and they're relatively priced. They're priced really well. Kevin, how's it going? I hope the UNAS photo backup feature comes to Android soon. I wonder if it will come to Android. I would assume they'll do that, but you never know. Get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Let me see what else. What else can we talk about for a minute? Power tech. We don't need to talk about that. So this same. Oh, what? I'm not in the store. The same place that we're going to put all the retro gear in, it's in that building. We're doing the plastic surgery clinic there as well. And we are putting in this rack that is sitting in my basement. I forget which one it is, honestly. It was the first one that they released. It is probably this guy here. I'd assume it's this guy. But when I first got it, my brother and I, we had to take off all the doors, all the sides. This thing is heavy. And then we had to drag it down my basement, which is... it's not very big, and now we got to lift it all back up to bring it to this plastic surgery place. But it is a nice looking rack. So, and the best part about it, it's on casters. There's a bunch of AV gear going in here. So from about halfway down, that's going to be all the audio video stuff. We're not doing the AV. I got somebody else to quote that. And then the whole upper rack, that's going to be all our network stuff and door access. My biggest tip with Unify is standardize on a couple core products. We stick with the partner program product like the G6 Dome. Yeah, we don't install like a ton of the domes. Outside, I like to do bullets, really. I don't know if the problem with their turrets are the cable whip, right? And then you have to put a back box on them. Indoors is fine, like if you're doing into drop ceiling. But when you get into the, what is this? Why is this different color? When you get into the, into brick and their back boxes are huge. Like if you use their standard back box, it's massive. Like, we were doing a house and the guy's like, you are not putting that on my house. I'm like, all right. We got the 42U 100 or 1000 for our job and we had to take it completely apart. Yeah. It's nice that it comes fully together, but then again, if you're not going to a place where you could just wheel it into the room, it's a bit of a nightmare. You mostly do commercial. Oh, the vandal is needed. Yeah, that makes sense. They do have a lot, they got a lot of cameras. That's the hardest part when people are trying to pick is like, what do you pick? Because you have literally a billion different things. Let's see. I guess this is the only camera I guess this camera and the G6 Pro entry is the only one we're waiting for. There's pretty much everything's in stock. Actually, literally everything's in stock right now. Well, besides the mounts. Let's see. Are they all in stock? They are, because they always go to the bottom, right? When they're not in stock. Oh, this is sold out. Okay. I thought they all went to the bottom when they were in stock, but primarily everything's in stock right now. Ask your last questions. I'm only going to be on here like 5 more minutes. We are going out to Brazilian barbecue tonight, so I'm going to get a nap in before we go do that, or I'm going to play some more video games or do something or quote some stuff or whatever. I will be live again next weekend. We are doing another job too. We're not right now for the gates, like for their access control system, they use OpenPath, but they want Unify intercoms. So it's going to be a little bit different. They have these big boxes at their gates. There's 4 different gates. So we'll have OpenPath reader on the left-hand side, which is already there. And then we're going to end up we're going to have to cut into the box to put the G3 readers. And then inside of the place, because what happens, it's a cafe, it's a cafe, but then they also have a bunch of different offices within the building. It's like a 7th floor building. So they need their receptionist to, if somebody's having trouble with the parking, call the intercom and talk through it. The intercom that they have right now is like an analog phone line. It's terrible. It does not work well. I'll try to film that because we're going to be putting in these intercom viewers. I think we're putting in 3 intercom viewers and 4 actual intercom, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. It's also going to be interesting that we're not cabling it into the actual access control system. Your favorite camera is the G6 PTZ. Yes, the G6 PTZ is great. I took mine down just because that's where my G6 180 is. But I'm going to put it back up. I prefer the G6 PTZ. Well, there's nothing new happening in most of the PC industry. Ubiquiti keeps pushing out new stuff. Yes. Which APs do we install the most? We kind of standardize not with the XGS, but with the XGs, the U7 Pro XGs. For me, it has a 10 gigabit Ethernet. It's 2.5, 1, but it's really the look of the APs where it has that flat look. Whereas these other ones, like the U7 Pro Max, it has more of that rounded look, right? So it not that they're not nice APs, they're great, but I prefer the flatter look, and a lot of my clients do too as well. Morning from Norway. I purchased the UNAS Pro 8, and it was meant to be used for VMware Lab, but the NFS performance is very poor. Anything you experience? So I haven't used my UNAS Pro 8 yet. I do have it in my rack. It is powered up, but I haven't done anything with it. So I'm not 100% sure with that right now. Going down the rabbit hole for Access API, try to integrate an alarm system and other needs. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, I'm hoping that they add a lot more to it. Like, one of the main features that we need right now for Access in general, and I can't believe they don't have this, especially for this retrofit job, is, they have it show up as, when somebody opens a door, say they don't badge the door and they kick the door and it breaks the door contact, whatever. that shows up in Unify Access as unauthorized access on the reader. But there's no alarm to push out to people. So you can't get an alarm within Alarm Manager from unauthorized access. So I put a feature request in and they said they'll take a look at it. But it's like that's one of the basic that should have been there if people are kicking down your doors. Do you think the G6 Pro entry will be more expensive than the G6 reader? That's hard to say, to be honest with you. So the Reader Pro, these are $400, $350. I think it'll be about the same, maybe a little bit more. I would think about the same though. The good thing about these, and which I've always talked about, is how they have the RJ45 like pushed in the back of it, so that you don't need to cut out a massive hole if you're for door access. So you don't need to cut out a massive hole either in the brick or in the, the metal or whatever you're putting it in. Show us the UDM AI7. I wish I had whatever that is. The G5 camera is the most often in my project. It adapts well. Yep, it works well. Yep. They have a couple different G5s, but the G5, I like the turret style. What else do I like? I mean, I like all their cameras. This was a little different to install, to be honest. We installed this one when we were in Montreal. It was a little different compared to the old style. It was easier for sure to route the cable in, because the original ones were pretty difficult to route. I really like that they're doing this 3D model render. That is so cool. Let's see. People's System has a video of an integrator using Alarm Manager and webhooks. Yes, so that is, and I forgot, I was supposed to have a meeting with those people. I forgot what it's called. I honestly forget what it's called, but there is some other integration that you can do, and that is something that we might have to look into, but I'm hoping that Ubiquiti just does it, so I don't need to go through a third party. G5 turret. Well, I am going to be out of here today. Watch out for videos next week. There should be at least one video. There will be a live stream next weekend, next Sunday. And then whatever else comes, if there's something new that comes out and I don't have a video, I'll get it out as soon as I can. But hopefully everybody has a great rest of your weekend. It is daylight saving time here in Canada anyway, I assume there. So it is 11:52 in the morning. But yeah, we're going to go out for dinner tonight and it should be a good time. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. Take care.